Hi, I'm Greg and I'm at Lucid Recording Studios, and I'm going to show you how you can get great sounding drums using minimal mics in a very, very short period of time, because nobody wants to spend hours miking up a drum kit, especially if you want to do a lot of songs or a lot of recordings in one day, which a lot of the bands who are starting out like to do. So you might be going, Greg, how on earth do you do that? Well, we're going to be using technology as our friend. And we are going to be using today a Yamaha EAD10, and the E and the A and the D stands for electronic acoustic drums. So some of you eagle-eyed people out there might kind of go, Greg, that looks like an electronic drum module. And it is a little bit, but it's a lot more clever than that. You might have noticed I'm sat behind an acoustic drum kit. So this is what we're going to be using, because not a lot of people like to use electronic kits, especially for recording. But this gives us options and we can get this set up really quickly. So the first part of this wonderful invention by Yamaha is the microphone stroke kick drum trigger. And on the top, we've got a stereo mic, and then we've also got a bass drum trigger in here. And really, to mic this up, all we do is we put it in the center of the bass drum, securely fasten it. These are the leads I've already connected up. So you've got one that says B and one that says A. So you connect B to B, A to A, and that is that part done. Now the next part is the drum brain. Now this is where we connect this. So this not only plays samples that are activated by the triggers, but it will also output the signal from the microphone. And there are reverb effects that you apply not only to your samples, but to the microphone signal of the entire kit. So like compression, distortion, and things like that. So all we do is we take the other end and we plug B into B, A into A, and the power needs to go in. It won't run off batteries. Plugged it in, and some of you might notice there are additional trigger inputs that you could use for your snare drum and your toms. You've also got an aux in if you want to play along to music off your phone, or a headphone Q mix for a live. You've got a USB to device for recording drums straight onto a memory stick. You've got a USB to a computer, so you can use it as an audio interface, and it will also record MIDI as well, which is pretty useful. And then on the front, you've got a headphones out, and we're going to plug that in here, like so. And I will turn on the other camera in a minute. Just need to tighten that up. So now, using the microphone and the trigger into here, I can send it out to I can either plug it straight into a computer and use this as a audio interface. I could take the line left and right output, plug it into another interface and record it that way, or I could even use it live. So, and I've spoken to numerous drummers and said, this is so much easier and sounds so much better than trying to use multiple microphones and everything else like that. So I'm going to quickly show you now, using an additional trigger, how we can also get this snare drum to trigger samples from here. Remembering, though, that we're still going to record the sound of this snare with the microphone there. So I've got a drum key here. That side of the snare drum. There's a quarter jack, quarter-inch jack connector on here. So that's that connected. I have a spare jack cable here that just gets plugged into that, and the other end gets plugged into the drum brain. Turn the unit on, and pretty much that is ready to go. So I'm going to come to our second camera, and I'm going to show you closely how this works. So let's make sure that is recording. Right, so first of all, you'll notice that we've got our trigger level, our effect level, and our reverb. And what's really nice about this is that whilst there is a quite informative backlit display in darkened environments, certainly for live, having just a ring that kind of comes around that illuminates, gives you an idea of what your levels are at. So, and you'll notice you've got like various different effects. You've also got various different reverbs, so hall, studio, room. I don't actually know how many there are. How many? Well, 12, if you include no effect. So you've got that, and then you've got your trigger input, and this is where you can choose your bass drum. So if I can change the samples, so you've got lots of different acoustic sounds. If I play the snare, you'll see that changes, and I can assign a different sample to that snare to find one that blends best with the actual one that's there. I can also play it if I've got headphones, and then I can also adjust the volume of that trigger. So you'll notice if I hit the kick drum, it's changed. So I could drop the kick drum level if I wanted and increase the snare sample. I've got an audio level here for what's coming in via the aux, or if you're playing music off a backing track, and then my master output there. There's a click track, metronome, and stuff like that. And you've also got like a talk back level, which is quite useful. But you can see here, I can set my mic level and I can set my trigger sensitivity. So you can save all this and it's ready to go. But I'm going to place a recording that we did of this earlier on. Using an entire kit, and I think you will be incredibly surprised how great this sounds when basically all we're using is this as a microphone for the whole kit. Let's go have a listen to that. So if you are looking to do demo recordings or recordings, you are able to use this system here. Get your drum kit mic'd up in 5 minutes, get great sounding drums, and that way then you can do a lot of recordings. If you want to do like a 3-track demo in a day, with a system like that, you are well on your way to actually accomplishing that in the time. Whereas if you're going to multi-mic a drum kit up, that can take an hour to 2 hours to fully set up. So not saying that multi-track drums doesn't have its place, of course it does, but this is a really, really good way of being able to condense that down without compromising on sound. So there you go. What did you think of that? Now you can get out there playing again. Maybe you're looking for a demo to highlight your band so you can get gigs. Give us a shout. We can help you get the gigs that you want without breaking the bank. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.